Hi, my name is Brent Shaw, and on occasion I get asked, actually quite often, I get asked about macros. All right, so here's the macros. Macros are carbs, proteins, and fats. That's what your body consumes. That's what your body uses for energy, right? Calorie is just a measure of, is just a unit of energy. So when you go to your healthcare professional or whatever, and they tell you that you need to take in a certain amount of calories, and let's just say, for example, that amount of calories that they're telling you is 2,000 calories. Well, what does that mean, right? Because most people are not over-caloried, they're just undernourished and way out of balance. So when you go to your healthcare person and they tell you that you need to, the typical line, right? You need to eat better, you need to exercise more, and you need to eat less. Well, if you knew what eating better was, you probably wouldn't be there. And when what they're really telling you to do is they're telling you to take an undernourished body, add less nutrition to it, and increase the body's need for nutrition. That would be similar to telling you to take your car, pick the destination, put in less fuel, and get there faster, right? It just doesn't make sense. And that's why diets fail us. Because what happens is you end up taking in less nutrition. So really what's happening is you're losing weight, but that weight, what is it? Most of the time, it's muscle and some fat. What you really want to do is you want to lose fat and increase your muscle, right? That's what the ultimate goal is, because lean muscle and your metabolism are directly linked. If you have a low metabolism, you probably don't have a lot of lean muscle, okay? The more lean muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is going to be. So what you want to do is you got to realize that when it comes to weight management, I don't care what it is, gain weight, lose weight, whatever, it is macros, metabolism, and calories. So based off of your macros, your metabolism, and your calories, we can adjust and hit your goal. So what I would like for you to do is consider tracking. Okay, use a tracking app like MyFitnessPal or something along those lines. If you will use that type of an app to track your daily intake, then you will have a higher level of success. A lot of people are like, I really don't want to track, or I don't want to do this, or that takes a lot of time, or I don't really understand it. Look, MyFitnessPal, and I don't have any connection to it other than the fact that I've used it a lot and it's really good, it's easy to use, makes it really, really simple. Okay, so what you need to do is download MyFitnessPal app on your phone, but do not use the default settings that MyFitnessPal comes with. They're really off. They're like designed for like somebody if they were like an endurance athlete, right? You need to set your protein to 40%. You need to set your carbs to 30%, and you need to set your fats to 30%. Now, this is just a guideline, right? If you're like an expert at this yourself, or you're training for a fitness competition or an Ironman competition or something like that, then that number is going to be different. But for 99% of the population, if they would go for 40% protein, 30% carbs, and 30% fats, they would have a dramatic change in their lifestyle, okay? Now, for what's going to happen then is you're going to take, let's say 2,000, right? Let's say that, and that probably isn't, but let's just say that that's your number. So if you needed about 2,000 calories a day, 40% of those calories need to be from protein. 30% of those calories need to be from carbs, and 30% of those calories need to be from fats. Now, you can break those down, and I can give you the math on how to do that, or you can just download the app, put it to 40, 30, 30, enter your daily calorie intake, and let the app take care of the rest, because it will track it, it will do it, it will adjust for it, everything else. Do not include your exercise. If you're on a weight loss journey, do not include your exercise into the app, because if you do that, what's going to happen is you are going to have a serious problem, because it's going to give you way more credit for your calories than you need. Okay, so if you're on a weight loss journey, until you get at or really close to your goal weight, don't add in, oh, I worked out, so I can add in 600 more calories. Don't do that. Now, identifying your calorie target. How do I identify your calorie target? For most people, again, this is general person that maybe works out once, or maybe let's say you work out 3-4 times a week, not really, really hard, or even less, let's say, but you're just kind of going in and going through the motions, and you're not like trying to be an elite athlete or even just a serious, you know, competitor for any particular sport. Let's just say you're just going in and kind of going through the motions at the gym. If you will take your, okay, I got to put the disclaimer, and if you're on a weight loss journey, okay, so if you're on a weight loss journey, take your body weight, okay, let's say you weigh 200 pounds, add a 0, that's 2,000. If you weigh 150 pounds, add a 0, that's 1,500, okay? Take that number times 0.7, 0.8, or 0.9, okay, depending on your activity level. The lower your activity level, the lower the number, right? So if you're really sedentary, super sedentary, I'd say take that number times a point. It could even be as low as a 5 or a 6, but that's like bedridden, right? But if you're just kind of the average person that gets around, someplace around 7 or 8 is probably fine. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you add a 0, that's 2,000. If you took it times 0.8, that's going to put you at, sorry, I had a phone call in come in there. That's going to put you at about 1,600 calories a day. So now you put 1,600 into your MyFitnessPal. Okay, you put 1,600 in your MyFitnessPal, 40% protein, 30% carbs, 30% fats. That is your target number, okay? If you can go towards that number, you're going to have success. Now, here's the catch. Lots of people say, I want to get my food from the fork. Brent, I don't really want to drink shakes. I don't want to do this. I want to just eat my regular food from the fork. That's fine, right? But I'm telling you right now, your protein intake is going to be someplace around 1 gram of protein per target body pound. So if your target body weight is 150 pounds, you need to take in someplace around 150 grams of protein a day. Oh, well, I can do that. This is what I get. Oh, I can do that. Really? Because 150 grams of protein is about 2 pounds of chicken a day, okay? 2 pounds of some flesh. 2 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of fish, 2 pounds of something, right? Now that number varies a little bit depending on the quality of the food and that sort of thing. Like tuna is usually someplace around 8 grams of protein per ounce. Chicken is someplace between 6, maybe as close to 7 or 8, but generally that's where you're at. So around 2 pounds of flesh you need to take in every day. If you're not eating 2 pounds of flesh a day, or you just don't want to eat 2 pounds of flesh a day, then my recommendation to you is to look seriously towards adding some sort of high quality protein supplement into your diet. Okay, it's a gap filler, guys. It's not about all I do. I don't just drink shakes, right? I've been drinking these shakes for over 5 years now. Okay, so I use Isagenix. I've been using it for over 5 years. My purpose of that is to fill in those gaps of my daily nutrition, right? Because everybody has it from regular foods that we eat. When we eat out, we're traveling, we're doing whatever we're doing, we have gaps in our nutrition. So those are my suggestions to you. I hope they mean something. I really hope that you track. If you don't track, it's going to be really difficult to get there. The good news is you don't have to track forever. If you'll track for, I don't know, a couple weeks or even a week, you'll get a really good idea of where your deficiency is, and then that might interest you enough to track a little bit longer, right? So I wish you guys the best of luck. If I can help you with anything else, please reach out to me or to whoever introduced you to this video, and I'll be happy to help you out. Okay? Have a great day.